Imagine waking up in a world where World War II never happened because something way worse crashed the party. Aliens wiping out humanity. What if you were the last hope against them? That's the wild ride we're jumping into today, with Resistance: Fall of Man, the PS3 launch game that flipped history on its head. Stick around to uncover its gripping story, killer gameplay, and why it still slaps after all these years. Plus, the real-life drama that almost derailed it. Let's rewind to the early 1900s in this alternate timeline. Russia seals itself off like a bad breakup, building massive walls to keep something out. Nope. By 1951, Britain's hanging on by a thread, and America sends in troops to help. Enter Sergeant Nathan Hale, our no-nonsense hero. You're Hale, an American Ranger dropped into York, England, right into the chaos. The game's story kicks off with your squad getting ambushed by Chimera forces. Bullets fly, buildings crumble, and before you know it, you're infected with their virus. But here's the twist. Instead of turning into a mindless drone, you start healing super fast and seeing things others can't. It's like getting bit by a radioactive spider, but way grosser. As you push through the campaign, the narrative builds like a thriller novel. You team up with British resistance fighters, uncovering Chimera secrets. They're not just invaders. They've got towers converting humans, angel-like bosses pulling strings, and a hive mind that's scary smart. Levels take you from foggy English countryside to bombed-out cities, each feeling alive with destruction. Remember that Manchester Cathedral shootout? It's intense, with stained glass shattering as hybrids swarm you. Now, let's talk gameplay. This is where Resistance shines. It's a first-person shooter that feels fresh even today. You start with basic rifles, but soon you're grabbing Chimera weapons that change everything. The bullseye tags enemies and curves bullets around corners, perfect for popping heads from cover. The auger shoots through walls, melting shields like butter. And the sapper, it launches sticky mines that explode in chains, turning groups of baddies into fireworks. Health regen was innovative back then. No medkits, just duck and recover. Vehicles mix it up too. Drive jeeps through war zones or man turrets on tanks. The AI is no joke. Chimera flank you, use cover, and adapt. On harder difficulties, it's a real sweat. Multiplayer was huge, up to 40 players in modes like Deathmatch and Capture the Flag. Custom games let you tweak rules, and it had ranked matches before that was standard. But here's the problem that almost killed the vibe. The Chimera aren't just tough in-game, they're unstoppable. Early on, humanity's tech is useless against their virus. Cities fall overnight, millions die or mutate. The challenge hits hard when you realize the invasion started decades ago, with meteors in Siberia seeding the threat. Russia's Great Wall was a desperate bid to contain it, but it failed big time. As Hale, you're racing against time, but the odds stack up. Infected allies turn on you, supply lines crumble, and Chimera evolve faster than you can adapt. Diving deeper, the development story is nuts. Insomniac Games, fresh from Ratchet & Clank, wanted a gritty FPS for PS3's launch. They crunched hard, building a new engine for those mind-blowing graphics, particle effects, dynamic lighting. It was next-gen magic in 2006. Released November 14 in North America, it sold over 4 million copies worldwide. Metacritic score, a solid 86 from critics, with users at 8.5. IGN gave it 9.1, praising the epic scale and weapon variety. But Eurogamer docked points for linear levels, calling it corridor-heavy. Exploration ramps up as you uncover lore through intel pickups, audio logs and documents spilling Chimera origins. They're not from space. Ancient parasites awakened by human meddling? Mind-bending. Levels like Bristol pit you against titans, massive walkers that tank hits and stomp everything. You develop strategies like using secondary fire modes. The Rossmore shotgun's double blast saves your skin in close quarters. Tension builds in Nottingham, where underground tunnels swarm with crawlers that infect on touch. It's dark, claustrophobic, heart-pounding. Then comes the climax, the Thames mission. You're storming London, Chimera everywhere, airships bombing the river. Hale's powers peak, enhanced vision spots weak points, regen keeps you in the fight. The final showdown with an angel boss is epic. Dodge energy blasts, unload everything, and watch it crash in flames. But victory's bittersweet. Hale's infection worsens, setting up sequels. Wrapping it up, Resistance Fall of Man nailed that blend of horror, action, and alt history. It kicked off a trilogy, influencing games like Killzone with its Resistance theme. Sure, graphics look dated now, but the story holds up and emulation on PC breathes new life. Fun fact, it sparked real controversy. The Church of England sued for using Manchester Cathedral without permission, saying it glorified violence in a sacred space. Sony apologized, but it boosted publicity. If you're into retro shooters, hunt down a PS3 copy or stream it. The multiplayer servers are gone, but single player's gold. Stats show it pushed PS3 sales early on, with over 1 million in the first month. Hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into classic games.